Good morning. Oh, what a pretty morning. Wow, no clouds, no breeze, everything totally calm. And then here comes the sun. Great way to start the day. Begin by noticing yourself. And then start with releasing your jaw and letting it go totally slack. And then back to the base of your skull at the back of your head and release that area too. And see if releasing that makes it easier to get in touch with yourself. Tension interrupts lines of communication. Too much tension. The right amount, of course, is always the right amount. But for now, release your jaw and release your skull. Release that space at the bottom of the skull. And just notice yourself. And pull the breath in through both the nostrils. Round the belly up as you do. And let it go. That natural breath that we want to carry with us into our life. But on each in-breath, the belly rounds up. And notice any place in your body that seems to want attention. And pull the breath in through both nostrils and focus right at that point. Bring the breath right to that space. And then exhale and release. And noticing the length of your inhale and your exhale, and making the exhale a little longer. And continue breathing and noticing. Maybe you stop at one space and just work there for a little bit. Good practice to do for yourself. A great thing to do when you wake up in the morning and you're still in bed, flat on your back, or at night when you're in bed to go to sleep, just to notice yourself and your breath and focus on whatever needs your attention and extending the exhale. Good. Now touch base again with your jaw and let it go slack. It tends to gain the tension back, so we just do it again. Now begin to lengthen your breath and really get a feel for where you are and start working with your 3-part breath. Start with that easy 2-4 pattern, which is 2 on an inhale and then 4 on the exhale. Inhaling through both nostrils where the air gets filtered and warmed and humidified and enters your lungs in that gentle form. And then the exhale can be either out through the nose or out through the mouth. Everybody's different. For me, it's easier to extend the exhale when I go out through rounded lips. Do what works best for you. And inhale. And then as you inhale, belly rounds up and continue inhaling, rounding across your ribs and continuing to pull the air in all the way up to the collarbones. And then release the air. either out through your nose or your mouth, and extend it out longer than the inhale, twice as long or even longer if you can. Just aware of lengthening the exhale. And not trying too hard or beating up on yourself if it isn't going quite the way you want it to. Keep breathing, pulling the air in through both nostrils. Belly rounds, continue to pull, expand the rib cage all the way up to the collarbones, and then release the breath and let it flow out all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, push it out with 3 little extra puffs. And then inhale through both nostrils and pull it all the way. Belly, ribs, collarbones, and at the top 3 sniffs. And then release the breath and let it flow out all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. And pull it in again. All the way, belly, ribs, collarbones, and 3 sniffs at the top. Good. Release the breath and let it go all the way to the bottom. And now continue breathing. And notice your mind. If your mind has decided to jump into it and distract you, try bringing your attention to the count of the breath and perhaps using your thumb and your fingers to maintain a focus on the breath and let the mind rest. Maybe even use a sound on the way out to help shush the mind. Inhale, and then a long exhale. And keep breathing and counting, maybe shushing. Place your eyes closed and right at the brow point, make that the focus. And hold them there and create a gentle pressure on the pituitary gland, that master gland, and create a healthy effect as you breathe the 3-part breath. Good. Now maintain the pattern and keep breathing while I talk about isometric exercise. We talked about it yesterday. It's very interesting. There was a recent meta-analysis of 2,070 studies, and what they found was that isometric exercise was the most effective for stabilizing and lowering the blood pressure. Now there are lots of other types of exercise that do other things, so we're only referring to this one known effect of breath, is that breath affects blood pressure. And an exercise that works the best is an isometric exercise. They compared high intensity interval training. They compared combined training. They compared dynamic resistance training. They compared aerobic exercise. They compared them all, and what came out on top, hands down, was isometric exercise. So as you continue breathing in and rounding up and spilling out in a lengthened exhale, consider isometric exercise. And there are different types, and the types we're going to work with are called the push-pull. And as we combine it with our breath, we amplify the effect of the exercise. And we create a strength in the core with the isometric exercise. So keep breathing and bring your right hand up and place your palm against the side of your head, above the temple and against the side of your head. And on your next inhale, fill all the way to the top. And then on the exhale, push with your palm against your head and hold your head stable and resist to the push as you lengthen. And as you get to the bottom, release the pressure on the inhale. Inhale all the way. And on the exhale, lengthen the exhale and push. Good. And now release and switch sides and bring your left hand up to the left side of your head and push the heel of your palm into your head as you resist with your head. And now combine it with the breath. Inhale with a relaxed hand, fill to the top. Exhale the extended exhale and push against your head with the heel of your palm and resist the pressure. And continue the pattern of inhaling with a relaxed hand and exhaling with the pressure. Good. And an isometric exercise. In the isometric exercise, the body is still and the muscle contracts, so there's no movement in the joint. So these are great exercises. If for any reason you have any arthritis, this is a great exercise for you. Or if you have any injury, it's a great way to use the muscle without creating more inflammation. And then it builds the strength of the core and has the known effect of stabilizing and lowering the blood pressure. What a great exercise. So that's a push exercise, and to end today, inhale so that you round up all the way to the top, and then exhale out with a long exhale, and bring your hands together in prayer pose and rest your thumbs right at your sternum. And use the pattern of a complete inhale and then push your hands against one another and create the pressure of the long exhale as you push and then release. And as you breathe, relax on the inhale and push on the long exhale. And bring a thought or an intention and extend it out. Start with yourself and extend it out to the people close around you, and then extend it out to what you want for everybody. It can be something so simple as a good day. It can be something big, like peace. It can be something like good health. Or maybe clear vision. Or maybe just joy. And you can change it on each exhale, or you can do the same thought over again. Inhaling and filling to the top, and exhaling, and as you exhale, create the pressure pushing against your hands, and extend out. First to yourself, then those close around you, and then everybody. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. What a great way to start the day. Have a really good day.